Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. I wanted to go ahead and get us started with our functional music therapy techniques class since we cannot meet together on Monday and go through all the boring stuff and get that out of the way so that when I see you on Wednesday, hopefully cross your fingers, knock on wood, that we can just get started with playing some drums. So let's look at our course goals for just a minute. Oh wait, I need to turn off my Wi-Fi. Okay, just in case somebody texts me in the middle. All right, our course goals. These are they're adapted from the AMTA professional competencies. So when I redid this class, when I took it over, I really wanted to focus on some of the competencies that you're going to face when you become a professional. So also, I just wanted to say my cat just jumped up on my desk and he may join us. So if you hear him or you hear my dog bark, just know that that's just normal at our house. Okay, anyway, composition and arranging skills. So the AMTA professional competencies say that you will be able to compose songs with simple accompaniment and then also adapt, arrange, transpose, and simplify music compositions for small vocal and non-symphonic instrumental ensembles. So we're going to work on both of those quite a bit this semester so that you feel comfortable with your songwriting and your arranging both, because I think those are two really helpful aspects of music therapy. Then we're going to work on some functional music skills, and we're going to do quite a bit of percussion work and hopefully get you ready to use drums functionally, do some orff, and understand how to incorporate small hand percussion within each clinical setting. So it's not just like, oh, here's a bunch of maracas, everybody play maracas, without any sort of purpose. So we will demonstrate a basic foundation on percussion and lead and accompany proficiently on instruments, including percussion. Utilize basic percussion techniques on several standard and ethnic instruments, and we'll probably do primarily ethnic instruments. We'll do quite a bit of djembe. Well, not primarily, but a lot of the instruments that we use in the closet are technically ethnic instruments, so we'll go through some of their histories. We'll also develop original melodies, simple accompaniments, and short pieces extemporaneously in a variety of moods, styles, vocally and instrumentally. So that's a little bit back into the composition piece as well. We will also do some directed, structured, and improvisatory movement experiences and move in structured and improvisatory manner for expressive purposes. So this is like kind of applying some of what you've learned in your movement classes, your dance classes, but figuring out how to incorporate movement functionally within the context of music therapy sessions. And then apply basic knowledge of use of current technologies in music therapy. So we'll also spend quite a bit of time with GarageBand and other technologies so that you feel comfortable using those in the clinical setting as well, since those are fairly accessible. Because I think that's an important piece of using technology, is that it's something you and the clients can easily access. So I said subvert goals. These are sort of like the underlying goals in addition to those more structured goals, and that's to get comfortable making music with ourselves. So I think we've spent quite a bit of time making music for other people, by other people, within the context of other people's expectations of us, but like just to like get comfortable like hanging out and playing music together. We're going to do quite a bit of that. The other thing is to get comfortable making mistakes. There's a lot of value in making mistakes. I want us to feel comfortable just having those happen as part of class, and I will demonstrate mistakes constantly, so don't worry about that. You'll get lots of experience with how to recover from mistakes, maybe, hopefully. The other thing is I want to make sure that this class is a 1 credit hour. You guys are like completely immersed in practicum and everything that you're doing right now. And I want to make sure that we try to do at least 95% of the work required for this class during class itself. Because I think that's pretty critical, that it's a functional class, it's a useful class, and that we are not overburdening ourselves with too much stuff. So simplicity, hopefully, will come into play in many ways. And then finally, to leave the semester with a slew of resources to use in the future. So you guys are going to be developing kind of not like practicum-based experiences, but like functional music therapy experiences and songs, and you're going to share them with everybody in the class so that when you leave the class, you have a full notebook full of lots of resources that you could use. And they're unique resources, not something that you can just check out in the library. So I'm hopeful that that will be something that you guys will really benefit from having. So kind of the way that things are going to go is we have kind of these main components of our class. So the first one is instrument sharing. And we're going to spend quite a bit of time working on the djembe. I studied djembe in Senegal, and I'm kind of particular about how we play those larger drums. And we don't have enough djembes for everyone, so we'll use some other instruments as well. But I'm going to teach you some of the proper drumming techniques and how to care for the djembe, and just kind of use it a little bit more functionally, hopefully, than we have in the past. And we're also going to learn about all the instruments that we have in the closet, because we just kind of throw them in the bags and we use them and they're great and our clients like them. But what is their history? Like, we know some of the history of the Western classical instruments that we use, but we don't always know the history of the kabasa or the shekere or some of the balafons and marimbas or the tambourine, any of those, the maraca. So we're going to look at their histories a little bit, which I think can kind of help us bring more intention into the setting when we're working with clients from some of those places where the instruments come from, and the clients who we work with here in the United States who may have those histories as part of their lives. So if we can bring good intention in with those instruments, I think it can say a lot more about how we use them functionally in this setting, the clinical work that we do. The next thing we're going to do is a song sharing, and for this one, you're going to pick your favorite song or a song that you like or a song that's meaningful to you, and we're going to kind of take it apart and do some things with it. So we will do some movement to it. We will create rhythmic sort of ensembles that we're going to use. So you're going to come up with different rhythmic patterns for the instruments that you want to do, and we're going to have fun with it. So you can watch the video if you want to of last year's class. They might be a little annoyed with me, but it's so great. They did such a good job of it. So you'll see my example, but then you guys will all put together songs that you'll share with the class. We're going to do some ORF, like probably 2 or 3 weeks of ORF. We're going to do a lot of songwriting. You'll see here. These aren't made visible for you right now because I don't want you to be overwhelmed by all the stuff. And again, it's all going to be within the context of class. We're going to work together. We're going to take class time to do it. So don't be overwhelmed. There's a couple readings on here only for your information, but we don't have any like tests or anything like that in this class. Here's some technology and then self-care. So the biggest part about this class, though, is participation. If you come to class and you do the work, then you're going to do really great. And I just remembered I need to pull up the syllabus. So let me do that really quick so we can look at that. Okay, so here it is. It's 1 credit hour. Here's this course description and the goals that we already went through. But I do want to go through this really quickly. The instrument sharing is only 5%, song sharing is 20%, ORF arrangement 15%, song parody 10%, therapist composed songs. So you see right here we have song parody, therapist composed song. That's 2 songs that we're going to write in this class. And then the GarageBand recording can be one of these that you've already done, or it can be another one. We're going to do a little bit of music and arts-based self-care strategies, and then your in-class participation is a whopping 25%. So coming to class, participating, like, being brave and putting yourself out there is how you're going to get the majority of your grade. So it's going to be a super safe environment, and we're going to talk about that from the very beginning when we first meet, hopefully on Wednesday. So got to get a C, nothing late. You have to come to class. So no exceptions. If you do get sick, though, please Zoom into class, and we will work that out. On some of the days when we're doing lab, when we're just like working, you and I can work out what that will look like. So, okay, don't cheat. Office of Disability Services, if you need any accommodations, happy to help out with those. Just let me know. Totally confidential. Absence for religious observance, if you need anything like that. And then these are the required special events, and this is something that's expected to be in the syllabus. But again, this is since we're meeting twice a week, but you only get 1 hour of credit, we're going to do the majority of our work in the class. Okay, so that's the syllabus. And we will go through when we meet on, let's see, what day of the week is it? Wednesday. When I see you on Wednesday, we will just jump into djembe playing, so we don't have to go over any of the syllabus, and all of our assignments are going to be flexible. So we're going to not put any due dates up right now, which I know can be a little bit overwhelming, but you will know within a week. You will have at least a week to turn everything in. So we may do something in class and move on to the next topic or area, and then an assignment will be due. So you'll have plenty of time to do everything, but hopefully we'll get it all done in class. That's my goal. Okay, so I will see you Wednesday. Get ready to play some drums and have a good time together. And I hope you all have a good week. Until then, take care.